And welcome to episode 52 of the Red Mountain Express. We have a great show for you today. We have Kaitlyn Bentley of the True40 downtown gym joining us later on today. But let's talk about some news real quick. Matthew, tell me about Secret Stages that is coming to town.
All right, so Secret Stages, we've had it here for a few years now. Secret Stages 2018 has moved locations. It's now in Avondale. They're going to have 5 stages planned for Avondale Brewing, 41st Street Pub, and Saturn. It's this weekend, August 3rd and 4th, and they have their full lineup available at secretstages.net.
And they moved it, right?
Yes, I said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention, as you can tell.
Sounds about right.
I was reading notes,
I've
man.
personally never been to Secret Stages, which I think may be a black mark on my Birmingham reputation. Have any of y'all been?
No.
Wanting to go, haven't been.
No, I have not been to Secret Stages, but
I ran through the lineup. Several local names are on there, and some of them I recognize. Some of them I have tried to find on Spotify. I liked them. I just honestly, I guess I haven't paid enough attention to the scene that's growing. There are a lot of people from Birmingham hitting the music scene. It's kind of awesome to see.
Well, this is just kind of another example of how Birmingham is attracting music. I mean, you not only do you have Sloss Fest, but then you have Secret Stages and some other music festivals that go on around town. It's a good thing.
I think Birmingham's always had an underrated music scene.
I agree.
We've had lots of great bands here, some toured regionally and some nationally, and some have made it really big, like St. Paul and Broken Bones. But a lot of the bands are from Birmingham. A lot of them are from sort of Nashville, New Orleans,
Atlanta,
just kind of regional acts. But
I play guitar, you play guitar, Matthew plays bass.
We've got a band name already.
This is how it starts, guys, on a podcast. No? Okay.
No one wants to hear that.
Nobody wants to hear that. Also, there's some upcoming news at Mom's Basement, which I have been told that I'm not cool enough to go to. But, Matthew, what are they doing? Trivia every what?
The Mom's Basement is doing trivia every Monday night. They start at 7 p.m. They have a $50 bar cash prize for first place, as well as some other prizes.
That'll buy you 10 beers at Mom's Basement.
That's pretty impressive. I would go for that. Plus, trivia is always a really good time.
I love trivia.
I'm prideful at my ability at trivia. I really enjoy it.
Are you the person that calls someone out if they're on their phone?
Oh, no.
Tables
I don't care if somebody's over there blatantly cheating. I honestly don't care. I think it's a whole lot of fun, and I like knowing the random trivia. It's a random. I keep saying the word random.
I'm with you. I like knowing random trivia to the point where if you get it right, people are like, "Oh, he cheated. There's no way." I was like, "No, I just know completely useless facts."
Yeah. I was on Wikipedia yesterday and I saw that.
I'm terrible at trivia.
How are you terrible at trivia?
I get the science questions and that's it. I have no I have no concept of when things happened, and they're always on this date or this time period. I have no clue.
What about geography? Are you good at geography?
I'm okay at geography
because that's who I need on my team. I'm terrible at geography.
I'm usually better at the science questions than I am.
I'm good at history, music, movies. Of course, I can take down some movies.
I've figured out now that I am actually just of average intelligence. As far as it comes to trivia, I'm okay, I can not be the worst person in the bar, but I'm probably not going to be the best person on the team.
Kaitlyn, do you do trivia?
Pretty bad at it, but love to do it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of same boat. I try real hard. Science questions are okay. History, geography, no way, man.
Oh, man.
I think the most important thing in team trivia is picking the proper teammates.
Oh, yeah.
We did, First Presbyterian Church did one at Rojo last week, and I picked the correct team because our team won. We just had a very interesting mix of people. So
we did trivia when I first moved to town at the On Tap in Inverness, and it was every Wednesday night or something like that, and it was me and actually my boss, and we won 3 out of 4 weeks to the point where people were like, "Oh, they can't play; they win every time." So, not toot my own horn, but my boss is he knows useless stuff like I do. So,
do you also have really trendy team names?
There were some team names that were funny. They were that I can't repeat on the air.
There's always some of those.
Yeah, but there's I can't repeat on the air because the ones that I remember are the ones that are just
completely inappropriate.
Rated, yeah, R-rated. Yeah, absolutely. I'll share some when we go to the break. How about that? Speaking of trendy things, there's a new bar coming to downtown Birmingham at Founders Station. It's called Pilcrows Cocktail Cellar. It's kind of a speakeasy type place. Opens up on August 3rd. They're going to basically feature agave spirits, so kind of like tequila.
Yep.
So do you do tequila, Patrick?
Yes.
I can't. I like it, but it's just doesn't react well with me.
I just remember one of my friends from college going to Mexico, and he didn't really drink much, but when he went down there, he was like, yeah, I want to try some tequila. And the guy behind the bar goes, do you want the good stuff or do you want the crap we send to America?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I had the worm when I was in Mexico.
I've never been to Mexico. I want to go try some
I don't
good
remember
tequila.
much of it. I was 18. It was our school trip, but no, they're specialized in tequila. They're also going to have a rotating selection of draft and bottled beer and cider, Patrick, because I know you like cider. But it's going to be kind of like a speakeasy place. It's underground. I'm not sure if it's going to have the whole, you have to knock on the door and use a password.
Get in the phone booth.
Get in a phone booth. I don't
Go
think it
through
has that.
Go through the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. But it's called Pilcrow Cocktail Cellar. And if you don't know what Pilcrow is, I had to look this up as well. Is when you're doing editing, there's a symbol you use for indenting a paragraph, and that's called a Pilcrow. So
And why is that relevant to this place?
Because this is in Founder Station, which used to be like a printing press, and yeah.
So slightly obscure reference, but
And
it
looking
works.
at the AL.com article, they have a picture of their signage leading to it, and it's actually a Pilcrow.
Could have been like ampersand or something. You know?
Ah.
I don't know. You
Creative.
can check this out at pilcrowbham.com. They have some pictures of the bar. They also have their menu, and it says snacks coming soon, so that's always good.
Also coming soon, the Birmingham Legion FC soccer team. They have now signed their first player.
And he's pretty good, right?
He is pretty good. His name is Chandler Hoffman. He is from Birmingham. He played it out at Oak Mountain. Obviously was good there. But he's actually played in the MLS. I think he won the MLS Cup with the LA Galaxy when they won. I don't know how much playing time he got.
He's about to do a lot here in Birmingham.
They
that's
called
for
him
sure.
a team leader, so I assume he was on the field a
good
fairly
bit.
significant amount.
Yes.
Also named first team All-League twice in 2014 and 2017, so that's...
Right. And I think he's currently playing in the USL?
It's the USL Real Monarchs, SLC in Utah. They're like a reserve team for the main Salt Lake team.
Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, this is a really good first signee for the Birmingham Legion team. I think we will see some other great names coming to that team soon.
Yeah, I really think with a pick like this, as a leader, I think there are a lot of people that will be willing to sign on seeing who they have in that position.
I definitely think so.
Ready for games to start. I mean, if you look at the ratings of the World Cup, Birmingham's always right up there.
I think we were like the number 4 in the nation or
Yeah.
something. It was insanely high.
I think when the United States played Mexico a couple years ago, we were like the number 1 in the United States when it comes to ratings. So I've always said that of all the sports teams that could come to Birmingham, I thought that MLS would do very, very well, and I think basketball would do very well in Birmingham. Baseball and football, we just don't have the type of money in this city.
I
to
honestly
do that.
don't think basketball would do as great here.
Really? You don't
not
think
not
so?
as well as soccer.
The reason why I say that is you look at some of these smaller cities like Oklahoma City that kind of can mirror Birmingham that, that does very well.
Yeah.
A small market type team.
I mean, I think we have enough people to support it. I just don't know if we have enough fan base for basketball in this. Maybe that's just me because I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm
or
not
I don't
a
like it as
huge-
much. But I just don't see. I mean, like when the NBA playoffs roll around, like you can go to any bar and it's like not even on.
Well, as a person that's 5'7", I don't. I never played
Hey,
basketball.
Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen went 5'7".
What was he like?
No, Scottie Pippen was like 6'4".
Who am I thinking of?
Muggsy Bogues.
Am I thinking of Muggsy Bogues?
He's a
No.
short guy, though. Yeah.
I'll come back to
Or,
you. I'll come back to you with who I'm thinking of.
What are you talking about?
I'll come
Webb?
back to you.
Spud Webb.
Spud Webb. He was like 5'4".
Yeah.
But he
Muggsy
could
Bogues,
dunk.
Spud, he won like the dunk
So,
championship.
so I don't even have to come back. Like, y'all have
So
names.
you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I told you I don't like
height
basketball.
is
I'm
not
not
the
really-
issue. It's not
For
for
me,
me
it is.
anyway. For me, it's definitely athletic ability.
So you can dunk, though, right?
No.
So coming up at the other side of the break, we're going to have, like I said, Kaitlyn Bentley, who is joining us right now. We're going to talk to her about her new gym in the downtown Birmingham called True40. But there was a Birmingham Business Journal article about this recently. Is that right, Matthew?
Sure, yeah. We've talked about the Battery coming up before. It's at the old Bebco location. They're on 2nd Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And they have currently turned this location into a multifunctional area. They're going to have a brewery in there. They've got a restaurant coming. There's going to be a fitness studio there. I think some entertainment venues are coming in. It's going to be a really cool location, especially to see what it was, and then looking at the concept pictures to what it should be or will be here very soon. This True40 Fitness Studio is actually opening this week or on Thursday.
Yep.
And so they're going to be the first tenants in that location, and then the others are soon to follow within the next month or two.
Trailblazer.
Trying.
Right. So let's take a break. Let's hear about our friends at Beach Woodworks, and we will come back with our interview with Kaitlyn Bentley of True40. So we'll be back in a minute. Beach Woodworks is a locally owned and operated wood shop in Birmingham, Alabama, specializing in custom furniture and small home goods. Chris and Kanan Beecham create a wide variety of unique pieces of all sizes, ranging from cutting boards to farmhouse tables. Using wood sourced from Alabama sawmills, Beecham Woodworks creates affordable, quality pieces that will be a one-of-a-kind fixture for your home. So support your local woodworker and visit redmountainexpress.com/woodworks or check them out on their Facebook and Instagram accounts. Beecham Woodworks, turning your house into a home. Welcome back to the Red Mountain Express. I want to give a shout out to Mountain Brook Public Library again for allowing us to record in their space. We were in their, what is this called? The
Makerspace.
The Makerspace, which is pretty awesome. There's like a couple 3D printers, a couple computers. We've talked about this before, but they've been very generous. And a shout out to Marilyn Eubanks for letting us record here as well. Our guest today on the show is Kaitlyn Bentley. She is the owner of the new gym in downtown Birmingham known as True40. It is located at the Battery on 2nd Avenue South, and they will be celebrating their grand opening on August 2nd.
August 2nd, Thursday, yep.
Yeah. So we're happy to have her on the show, and thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little about yourself. What is your Birmingham story? How did you end up here?
Yeah, so born in Atlanta, but moved over here in middle school, went to Vestavia. I'm an Auburn person, so I went to Auburn. War Eagle. My husband's Alabama, so
Roll
have to
Tide.
give a
He's a good
shout out
man.
to him, too. Came back to Atlanta after college for a few years. I was one of those people who said, I want to go do something different. I don't want to end up back in Birmingham. And then I met my husband and came back to Birmingham.
You're a smart lady.
Yeah. I was so surprised we live in Avondale, and I was so surprised when I got back, all of the growth and excitement and revitalization that's happening in the city that I did not see when I was in high school. So it was a really great surprise to come back to.
Awesome. So talk about True40. Tell us, how is it different from other gyms?
Yeah, so the founder and creator of True40, her name's Allie Weingarten. She actually taught all different types of fitness classes, and she would survey her clients, friends, everyone she knew to see what people liked and didn't like. And what she found was people love yoga, people love bar classes, but sometimes they want a little bit more cardio. People love a CrossFit or a high-intensity workout, but sometimes it's tough on your joints. Not everyone can do those type of workouts. So she kind of merged everything into one 60-minute fusion class that's safe for any body type, age, or fitness level. And that's what True40 is.
That's awesome. Does that mean no burpees?
There are modified burpees. You don't have to jump off the ground unless you want to. But sometimes they're in there a little bit.
You're not yelling at people, are you? Like,
It depends on your teaching style. No, we're not yelling like,
See, that's what I need. I need
get down on
someone
the
yelling.
floor. Yeah. We're encouraging you strongly. Is that a good way to put it?
I need more than that, that's for sure.
How did you get into this fitness business? Was it ever your goal to own a gym? Was it something you really saw yourself doing, or did it just kind of happen?
So I would love to say it just happened, but nothing ever does. So I knew I always wanted to own a business, but I didn't know what in. I've always been passionate about fitness. I love it, especially at a fitness studio, the community that it creates. You have a bunch of like-minded people working together toward a similar goal, and that's always been something I've been very passionate about. So I've been praying about this for a few years, and a couple years ago I just woke up one day and said, what if I opened a fitness studio? Except for my college major was in business and public relations. So, I didn't know if I had all of the science that I needed to do that. So I remember I was scrolling through Instagram on a Sunday morning and found True40's first location in Auburn. Realized that the founder and I graduated from college together. So I went a little bold, sent her a message and said, hey, would you consider letting, other people open your gym at some point, even though you only have one location? She said, hey, how are you? Let's have lunch. So we went to lunch end of 2016. She told me her second location was coming to Cahaba Heights, and she needed a manager. And that manager would eventually be able to have their own True40's. So becoming manager of a fitness studio involved leaving a high-paying, good benefits corporate job that I was currently doing. And so my husband was a saint, put a lot of thought and prayer into it, and went to manage a studio. So I opened that location for her. I've been kind of running the operations there while she was still living in Auburn. And then now I am the owner and opener of the downtown location.
Awesome.
Level of anxiety when it comes to opening up a new business.
Yep, about 48 hours away. Pretty high. I'm trying to just make sure I sleep a little bit. Delegation is key.
And you came straight here from your location.
Yes,
downtown,
I
correct?
did. There was a ceiling leak tonight, so
Oh,
I was
man.
dealing with that. But I'm glad I
can't
found
believe
it.
you didn't cancel.
No,
now that I hear that.
no. Never. So, yeah, anxiety's up there, but it's also a sense of purpose and knowing I'm doing what I should be doing.
So how many locations are there right now for True40? There's Tuscaloosa, Auburn, Cahaba Heights.
And then there's one opening in Atlanta in October.
Okay, so that'll be the first out of state.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yep.
So, you opened up your own True40. Why did you choose the Battery? Was there like a draw for downtown, or
Yeah.
was it like your second location? Was it kind of like we want to do downtown?
No, I knew, especially living in Avondale, my top 3 locations were either Avondale, downtown, or Crestwood. And as soon as I started looking, in middle of downtown, I knew that's where I wanted to be. The Battery, I met Ward Neely. He's the developer with SRS Real Estate Partners. He gave me a tour, and as soon as I got to my spot, it's on the second floor on a corner that overlooks the city. I said, this is it. I know this is it. It's right in the middle of everything. An added bonus is that we do have a parking lot, which is hard to come by downtown.
Yes, definitely.
But it was just a perfect place. It's such a cool development, and I've kept my ceilings and the walls all original. Just added an extra layer of paint so you can see the old brick and the old wood. And I love that about it. It's a lot of history.
Really cool. Plus, you told us before we started that you're right above what's going to be Gus's chickens.
Yep.
So that's got to be a bonus.
Yes. Get some chicken and then work it off. It's going to be good.
That's right.
And I want to compliment you for keeping the old walls and everything. We are all old building aficionados here, so we're glad that you didn't cover it all up.
Oh, yeah.
Exposing that old brick is great. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
it's awesome.
So you left, you were in Atlanta, came to Birmingham, left Birmingham, went back to Atlanta, came back to Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been in Birmingham since you came back?
Almost 3 years.
Is there anything, I know Atlanta's a really nice city. I love Atlanta. Every time I go, I find something to do there. But is there anything about Birmingham that you think has kept you here that you really think is special to Birmingham?
Yes, that is an easy answer for me. Atlanta, to your point, is great. The traffic's awful. It's a great city. But something that sets Birmingham apart from other cities is the feeling that you're a part of something, the excitement when any new business, any restaurant, any mom and pop pharmacy, anything like that opens. Everyone knows about it. Everyone's excited to be there. And I think that's something that's different.
So, what's some of your favorite things to do around Birmingham right now?
Sundays are typically spent at after church, one of the breweries, and maybe Wasabi Juan's or another local restaurant.
See?
Yeah,
There we go.
But
You hear they have a food truck now.
yeah, they do. I love live music, so checking out Saturn and any of the other venues around town is some of my favorite pastimes as well. And then right now, just doing business stuff all the time.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
So do you have a favorite place around town other than the studio, of course, to go work out outside?
There's a couple of other studios in town that I've tried, and the owners are super nice people. So we all kind of partner together. Our staff has all taken at each other's studios, which I think is pretty cool. Neither are downtown yet. One's in Mountain Brook and one's in Homewood. But yeah, I'm all about people in the fitness community supporting each other because it's better to get a variety for everybody, and what's for one person may not be for somebody else. So I think it's great to support each other.
Which, since you said that, I'll ask this. What would be your elevator pitch to somebody that might be interested in your studio? Take me, I run a little bit. I don't do a whole lot else.
Yeah.
But I also have a kid, and I'm busy, and my wife works all day, and she comes home, so we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
would True Fitness or True 40 work for me? Would I be able to?
It would. So specifically to your needs, my pitch would be this is a workout that's going to work your whole body in 1 hour. So you're not going to have to do this class and then go run or supplement it with anything else. You will keep your joints safe. You'll be able to be with your kid. And you will probably be in there transparently with more women than men. The men are welcome. But you will build stabilizing muscles, core strength, and if you do run or do any of those more high-impact, high-intensity exercises, this workout will support that.
So is it all the same type of workout, or are there different classes that you guys teach?
So each class is programmed the same, but because there's so many different exercises and different instructors, you'll never really take the same class twice. So it's a combination of dynamic aerobic movement, a little bit of the small movements like you would get in a bar class, and then we use TRX straps for strength training, and then infuse yoga and Pilates components into our cool down section.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How's you already got clients already, or is that
Yeah.
started? Or?
We started selling memberships. We've got 2 opening specials that are going to run through August 11th, and we started selling them yesterday. And we've been selling a good number, which is exciting. Yeah.
Now, you also have as we mentioned earlier, you're opening on Thursday. The second, you have a grand opening event. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's going to be from 5 to 8-ish. It's just kind of a come and go event. We're going to have a ribbon cutting, and then we invited a ton of other local businesses to come and set up tables. So like the brewery going underneath me, he'll be there, District Brewing.
Is the chicken place going to be there?
Chicken place, not yet. They're a little delayed, but we'll do some more stuff with them later. And then Better Kombucha, Sprout and Pour, the Chocolata place downtown, the artisanal chocolate. So we'll have a few local businesses, and then we'll have refreshments, and you can tour the studio and tour the battery.
Open to the
any
public.
classes?
Sorry.
You teaching any classes at the opening?
No
event?
classes at the opening event. Classes will start Monday, and they're free all next week. So for anyone who wants to try them, they're free the first week.
So where can our listeners hear more about True 40?
Go to our website, true40studio.com. You select your location, and then all of the rates, schedule, information about the classes, all of that's there.
How long are the specials going through?
From yesterday until Saturday, August 11th.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you for being with us today. We
Thank you
really
guys for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
And you're starting to listen to our podcast, is
Yes,
that right?
I am.
Ah, see, we got a listener. That's nice. You're one of the few. No, thank you for coming by. We really do appreciate it. Also, I think you were referred to us by Susie Baker, who's a friend of all of ours. So is she going to start working out at your place probably?
She's probably going to do both because she loves all the Cahaba Heights people too.
Okay.
But we've got some of those clients who are probably going to split their time between the two.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the Redmont Express. Again, we want to thank our guest, Kaitlyn Bentley of True 40 Downtown. Please be sure to check them out at true40downtown.bham.com. Also, you can remember to subscribe on iTunes, YouTube, or your favorite podcast app to our show. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for any and all updates. That'll do it for this week. We'll be back next week with a new show. For Matthew Joyner and Patrick Tucker, I'm Blake Westbrook. We'll see you next week.